Hey, what's up everybody? My name is Mr. Cotman and I am here. I'm alive. I haven't been making videos in the past because life sometimes throws things at you that you can't control and you just gotta deal with it. But with that being said, I will be trying to upload more videos in the future on basic tips, funny moments, whatever. But the point of this video is the importance of wars and why every game you should always focus on them regardless of your actual play, champion picks, whatever. So I'm going to be going over general placement of wards, when you should be buying them, when you shouldn't, when you should be aggressively placing wards, when you should be defensively placing wards, all of that. So without further ado, let's get started. So at the start of a match or near the early part of the game, the best way to place a ward to gain the knowledge that you need to see if anyone's coming to your jungle, trying to gank a lane, is to place sight wards in the middle of the map. So from top lane straight to bot lanes through the river is usually the best way to throw down a ward with the least amount of casualties. That way you gain the knowledge to better yourself off and your team. So in addition to wards which you can buy from the shop or wards that you can place through Sightstone, you can also place vision wards. Now, vision wards have a larger radius of which you can see, and it also allows you to see invisible things such as invisible sight wards or invisible champions such as Evelynn, Twitch, Shaco. And generally these are the best wards if you want vision for an extended period of time, as they don't run out, and the only way you can actually clear this type of a ward is by auto attacking it 5 times. So depending on how your game is going, whether you're winning or you're behind, this is where placement of wards starts to take an effect. So generally your neutral wards, or the wards that are just easy to reach, will be in the middle of the map, as you can place them down and you gain vision. If you're losing a match, you want to start placing defensive wards, and these wards are usually placed within your jungle or areas of the lane which are closer to your base. That way you know you're not going to enter the jungle and just instantly die. Now, if you're actually on the other side of the coin and you're winning, you probably want to start placing offensive wards, and these wards are usually placed in the enemy jungle or in the lane which you can see further down. Generally, when placing wards on the map, you want to place wards in a spot that will guarantee you vision the longest without it being destroyed. And you can do this in awkward areas that people usually wouldn't sweep, or you can actually achieve this by placing it in the Dragon or Baron pit. As shown here, you can place it inside of the pit, off to the side, as teams will generally place pink wards and sweep in front of the pit. Doing this will allow you most of the time guaranteed vision of the area for 3 minutes, and it will allow you to get potential snipes off of Dragon and Baron, and overall these are usually very hard wards to detect unless if the enemy is very thorough in their search via sweeper or pink ward. Now, when you're actually starting a game, a good tip is to always place wards in the river or within bushes to make sure you don't get invaded. Doing this is good practice. It allows you to make sure that no shenanigans happen with any games that you play, and it also allows you to gain enough information for you and your team to decide of what you want to do. So if you place a ward and nobody tries to invade, at least you made sure that no one tried to invade and take a buff. If somebody does try to invade and you place the ward down, at least you have the general knowledge that you can engage on them if you want to, or you can back off and play safe knowing that they're coming in. A good force of habit to get yourself into when you're starting to jungle or just jungling for me, I like to get the warding trinket and place it in a bush next to me when I'm getting a buff, as well as placing it over walls just to make sure that no one's there and they're trying to get a cheese kill on you. And it's also a good practice just to make sure you have at least one ward in your jungle, just to make sure that the enemy jungler doesn't come sweep around and gank a lane and get a kill off of them. Another good force of habit to get yourself into for every role, maybe excluding marksman role, is that every time you go back, you at least buy 1 or 2 wards. Now these wards will just be placed in general areas of high traffic, and overall it will be better play for you because you can determine whether or not you want to be more offensive, defensive, and it's just better for your team as you can always see where enemies are moving. And also, if you go back, if you feel like it, just buy a pink ward and place it down in an area that you deem worthy of it for staying up for long periods of time. Since this ward won't usually ever die unless if somebody walks by and takes it down, it will just allow you and your team to have better vision over the map and will allow you to make better decisions moving forward from early game to mid game to late game. And you always want to keep this up, as this is generally the most important thing in the game outside of playing your champion. By getting yourself into this habit, you can make more informed decisions when someone from another lane or the jungler tries to come up and kill you, because if you have enough time to react and just think about the general situation of how you want it to go, you can make better play and better informed decisions based off of whether or not you see somebody coming or not. So if you don't have proper ward placement and you are too aggressive, things can go pretty bad, as another lane can come up, and if you're about to get a kill, you will most likely die. Overall, the importance of wards is huge, and the impact they can leave on any game is massive, especially when everybody chips in. 75 gold can allow you Baron control, Dragon control, neutral buff control such as red or blue, to get a pick when someone's walking by and they don't know you can actually see them, to split push a lane knowing that you can safely push towards a tower and then back off if the enemy team is coming towards you. And even though champion kills are another vital strategy to the game, it's not as important as placing down those wards, because it gives you the vision and the knowledge to correctly think about situations beforehand. So hopefully this video was good and it gave the information correctly. If there's anything I can do to improve videos in the future, let me know in the comments below. And as always, thank you for watching.